Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Eddie. So for today's video, let's talk about the newest scam at the airport. Let's find out. Details coming right. So you guys have probably watched the news, heard about it, watched the videos in social media. Some of the content creators have already vlogged about this. This was about a passenger who got held at Clark International Airport because she was bringing two cell phones. On this video, I am going to show you what really entails on that declaration form. That's why you really have to be careful what you declare and not declare, and really have to go through the content of that declaration form that the Bureau of Customs is collecting when you do your Bureau of Customs process. So what happened to this particular traveler? She was traveling from Jeddah, I believe, and when she got to Clark International Airport, she was only carrying a backpack. She did not really bring anything, just a backpack and the two cell phones in there along with the chocolates. After she got her backpack, she went through the Bureau of Customs, and that's when they found out about the phone. The phone is an iPhone 12 and Oppo brand. So she claimed that these phones are secondhand, and these phones goes to their relative here in the Philippines. So then she got held and was checked because one of the customs officers said the iPhone 12 cost a lot. That the iPhone 12 is about 100,000 pesos. When you bring stuff to the Philippines, you can actually bring personal effects like your mobile phones, jewelries, more on personal use. I am going to show you guys the content of this. One of the rules that they actually have on the declaration form when it comes to bringing goods into the Philippines. And let's see if this traveler has really violated this rule or this protocol on the declaration form. So yes, she brought two phones because she went live and answered all the questions that some travelers are concerned because, hey, you got held because of two phones, and you think that you wouldn't have to go through that chaos at the airport during the Bureau of Customs process because you're only bringing two phones. That's not even on commercial quantities if you look at it. But yes, she got held. She was questioned because the customs officer said the phone is expensive. She was able to show invoice of the phone where she bought it because one, the iPhone, she bought it online. She got a copy of her receipt, and the other phone was from a relative that's going to be gifted to their daughter that's turning 18 and stuff, and she also got the receipts for it. So she fought for it on her live. She said that the phone was not really confiscated and she was able to bring the phones home by really pleading what she knows when it comes to goods that you bring to the Philippines. So, on the declaration form, it says, all Filipino citizens are entitled to a duty and tax exemption for personal effects. So, I have mentioned personal effects such as gadgets, jewelries, and household goods sent or brought in up to 3 times, the value of which must not exceed 150,000 pesos within calendar year. So that's bright as day over there that you can bring these items into the Philippines 3 times, the value of which should not exceed at 150,000 pesos within the calendar year, provided the goods are not in commercial quantities or intended for barter, sale, or hire. So looking at the items that she brought in, two phones, it's not really for commercial quantities. in my opinion. But I think what triggered it is it's still sealed. That's why I always advise travelers to the Philippines, if you guys are bringing gadgets, if you guys are bringing jewelries, because these are the top two items that they keep an eye on, and these are the expensive items. If you guys are bringing gadgets to the Philippines, don't bring the box anymore. Just use it as is. On your jewelries, you can wear them. That way, it's more on personal use. To me, I think what triggered, or I hope I'm right on this, that what triggered it is because it's still sealed. But during her live, she said that when she was just getting her bag, there were two officers already that were keeping an eye on her. So it's kind of like she's being targeted. And when she went through the process of the customs, that's when they check her bag and everything. So travelers now are freaking out because she got held with two phones. One is an expensive one, and the other one, she said, is not even 10,000 pesos worth. So what I can suggest for those who are coming into the Philippines, bringing gadgets, jewelries, and stuff, read up the content of the declaration form. That way, you know how to counter just in case you guys held up during your customs process. If you know the rules, if you know the protocols of that declaration form, then you will know how to rest your case if this happens to you. Because with us before, when we were coming home to the Philippines, we brought in 4 laptops and 4 iPhones, and it's just the two of us traveling. They did not say anything about it. It was even on our carry-on because they don't allow gadgets anymore on your check-in bag. So we had it on our carry-on because every time you go through security, they have to check on it. They have to scan it. They did not say anything. We were not held or anything and stuff. Granted, those gadgets were not in boxes. So if you guys can avoid, if you are gifting somebody, it's nice to have it in a box because it just, it's a lot nicer receiving something that's sealed. But if it's going to jeopardize these goods that you are bringing for your friends and family, just leave the box. And the most important thing is, like I said, know each and every items, know each and every content that they have on the declaration form, because if you know that, then you have really nothing to be afraid of, because you should know how to defend yourself if you are in a situation like that. Not just the phones, the 2 phones that was held. The other case was jewelries. She had jewelries in box. She got invoices for it. She was able to prove that it's hers. She bought it. She showed the invoice and stuff. They let her go. So for as long as, she knows the rule, for as long as you know the rule on what to declare, be careful what you guys are declaring. If you are declaring expensive stuff, make sure you have receipts with you that you can back it up with proof that it's for personal use and not really for sale or anything. So always be prepared, because not all the time this happens. I hope not. This is then again, I'm hearing this kind of incident at the airport after those theft at NAIA Terminal 1. This one happens at Clark International Airport. I was actually surprised that this happened at Clark International Airport, because this airport is actually one of the best, highly recommended, and here it is. Something happened in there. So you as a traveler, when you are traveling, it is your responsibility to know the rules of the country you are coming in. It's not because you are a Filipino, because we use this at times. I know some of you might get mad at me because I always see this, that our own Philippine government is making it hard for Filipinos coming home to the Philippines, which I agree to some degree, but you as a traveler should know the rules, should know the protocol of the country you are going home for, or you are having a vacation for. because that's your responsibility as a traveler, regardless of your citizenship and stuff. That's just the rule of traveling. And I highly suggest that when you are filling out the declaration form, know everything in there, understand what's in there, understand the rules of the Philippines when it comes to bringing stuff, when it comes to bringing money, when it comes to bringing goods, gadgets, and jewelries. Because it's not just the Philippines that's doing it, even the states, you have to do declaration and stuff like that. And there are items in the states that you can even bring in because it's not allowed. So different countries, different rules. In the Philippines, this is the rule. So like I've said in the beginning, it's really important that you have to be careful what you declare. And if you declare something, that you can back it up with proof that it's more on personal use and not for commercial quantity or for sale or for anything. And be careful what you not declare, because if you have not declared something and it is something that you must declare, they can actually confiscate that. Failure to declare any dutiable goods will subject the traveler to payment of duties and taxes plus a surcharge of 30% based on the total landed cost of goods. That's in section 1404 of CMTA. The Bureau of Customs has all the right to open your bags because that's their job. They do random checking at the airport because can you imagine if they check each and every bags of travelers who are coming in into the Philippines? How chaotic that is. That's why they have scanning machine, and if they see something in there, that's when they check the bags and all. So traveling is fun, but it comes with a responsibility as a traveler to know these rules. And unfortunately, we have to go through this. And unfortunately, there are victims of theft and everything. But for this particular incident, they were able to bring those two phones home, and she was able to bring all her jewelries home because she got all the receipts and everything that she can prove that it's hers, it's not for sale, it's more on personal use. She just put it in a box and stuff like that. So sometimes you guys have to be careful on what you bring, control the quantities of what you bring, because it would trigger, especially if you're bringing too much, that triggers for an inspection, and you don't want that. So that's all I can say on that incident at the airport. The Bureau of Customs is just doing their job, and our kababayan is just defending herself because she knows her rights. She knows what entails on that declaration form, and she was able to wing it, and she got out of there clear and free, and she's home now with her family. So this is our latest travel updates to the Philippines. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.